All right, have and have not fans, good morning, everyone. It is now January 17th. I'm actually at home with my mom, sister, dad. He's gone to work, and my nephew. So first off, to everybody who's out there on the roads, if you got a lot of snow last night, be safe out there and don't go out unless you really have to. And sorry, my voice sounds a little off. I don't know if it really does because it's cold, guys. I mean, the heat's on, but I'm shivering up here. But just to do a quick recap here. Now, first off, it was actually fun watching the haves and the have-nots, as well as the first two episodes of The Pains last night with my mom. We just sat up and watched them all. But the thing was, the power kept going on. I think there's something wrong with the breaker box. It needs to be fixed. So unfortunately, that on top of the snow, luckily the cable itself wasn't knocked out, but the Wi-Fi kept going on. And also, if you didn't see me tweeting during the first run of the shows, that's why. I do believe I did tweet out later that night, but just know that's why I wasn't on Twitter. And I believe I sent out the video in regards to the live streaming, why that's not going on. Again, Tyler Perry Studios and YouTube, I don't know what's going on, but I hope they fix it soon because I have a lot to say. But this isn't going to be an incredibly long video due to the fact that I'm not in my usual environment. Not to mention, I don't know if the power will go out at any minute. So this is going to be short and sweet, and hopefully this will be a big video. Now, episode reviews, all that's coming later this week. This video in particular is going to talk about the car wreck. Now, I have to say that I am extremely disappointed that the Melissa Veronica car wreck was a letdown. Because when you really think about it, I think my mom said it best. I feel like we saw more time was spent showing Justin ramming Melissa's car from behind and Melissa taking control of the wheel, causing the wreck, than us actually seeing the aftermath of the wreck. What I'm talking about is last week we got 40, and I kid you not, 47 seconds of when we saw Melissa climbing out of the car, and then we see Veronica was trapped inside crying for help. This episode, am I the only one who found it a bit too convenient that within the opening minutes, and I mean like the first 1 or 2 minutes of the episode, that's when Benny and Mitch just happened to drive by, and I believe Melissa said, "Oh, remember you wanted to take the scenic route because you didn't want anybody to see you driving my car. You didn't want to be seen in my car. That's why there wouldn't be anybody coming around there anytime soon." That actually makes more sense the more I think about it. But what I'm saying is, I thought that we would get like Benny and Mitch, getting together and then going to see them alone, which is where they were probably going, but then saw the wreck, which kind of threw them off course. But I just found it way too convenient that that happened at the beginning of the episode. Then we get to the scene where, of course, Benny and Mitch come up to Melissa, ask what's going on. Hey, the car's about to blow. Anybody in there? And Benny goes in to rescue. It was kind of funny because, wait, Mrs. Harrington? Benny? And then Benny saved Veronica. And I will admit, it was interesting, even though it was a brief scene, to see Benny and Melissa actually talking, just talking back and forth about the whole situation. Benny noticing the cuts and then telling her to go to the hospital as well. And, of course, you could say Veronica, she wasn't about to go nowhere without her man because I don't have anybody else. I'm just like, all snap. And I will say that it was funny because my mom was watching an episode with me, of course, and we were just like, okay, we're jumping from scene to scene and this and that, but I bet they ain't going to show the hospital, with Veronica. And they did at the very end of the episode. And who else but me was laughing like I don't know what when Benny saw his mom and let go of Veronica's hand, just like he had just pretty much like he's a kid with his hand caught in the cookie jar. And I hope that everything works out next week because it wasn't Benny, getting with Veronica. It was literally him risking his life to save Veronica and going to the hospital with Veronica because she requested it and legitimately he's all she had. But hopefully Hannah is understanding towards that. I mean, I feel that she will appreciate her son putting his life on the line. But what she wouldn't appreciate is the fact that he did it for her. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, I mean, given the Benny Veronica track record, I can see why Hannah will be upset. But hey, we'll just have to wait until next week. So with that being said, I feel like this... the car wreck, it was way too overhyped. Like, it seems clear that Veronica is going to survive. I think the episode previews prove that. But I am a bit disappointed that all this hype went around. Oh my God, who's going to survive the car wreck? Then in the season premiere, we get little to no time whatsoever at the scene of the car wreck. And then in this episode, the car wreck is just, it's just handled so casually, you know, like there really wasn't any suspense. I mean, yeah, Benny was literally risking his life. I believe the car was on fire at that point on Veronica's side. That's why they were smoking everything. But I don't feel like it was built up to be as extreme as it was made to be. I remember Angela Robinson in the magazine said, you know, there's going to be fire trucks and everyone trying to save me. But if I'm not mistaken, again, I had to rewatch the episode, I believe Benny pulled out Veronica as soon as the fire trucks and everybody came. It's like literally the day was saved by Benny, and I don't know. But either way, I just wanted to get your thoughts. Do you feel like this car wreck was overhyped and it was a bit of a letdown? Like, I mean, I really wasn't looking for anyone to die per se. It's just that I don't feel like it lived up to the hype that, you know, went around it. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And also a shout out, the channel as of this morning crossed over 3 million views as a whole, and we're almost at 16,000 subscribers. So again, thank you so much for supporting, and please share this video around because I really feel this is a subject that we should get out there.